Welcome back. Next weekend, the Eastside Festival is celebrating 14 years of culture crawling. I love that. It's called the Eastside Culture Crawl, an annual 3-day visual arts festival that draws hundreds of artists from the east side of Vancouver. And to tell us more is Jeffrey Boone, the executive director of the event. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, this is great. We were just talking in the break. 14 years of this, and previous to that, a few years of it being sort of not quite organized.
It was informal. A few artists, I think there were about 4 artists who decided to have an open studio event one weekend just to sort of raise awareness about what they were doing and for a particular cause. I think it was clay sound,
yep.
And it eventually grew to now I think we have just under 400 artists and about 10 to 15,000 people who show up on the weekend.
That's amazing.
It's massive.
And obviously, though, it says a lot about the East Side.
Yeah, it says, I think, that the city's really interested in the grassroots culture that's developed on the East Side, and also it speaks about of the concentration of artist studios in that particular area between Main Street and Victoria Drive, north of First Avenue.
I was going to ask you about those boundaries. You've got specific
Very
boundaries.
specific boundaries, yes.
Yeah.
We
And
did
why
just
is
expand
that?
them. I think it's because of that concentration. If we went outside that, it might kind of dilute that weekend, and it is enormously special for anyone who goes. I mean, you show up with 10, 15,000 people on the weekend and go to all sorts of studios, from painters, photographers, sculptors, furniture makers, glass blowers, Jeff Burnette and his ray guns.
Lots of interesting things. We've got a few shots here of some of the stuff that I guess you could see from some of the artists. What we have on the table here, though, this is kind of interesting. What look to me kind of from the back are like teddy bears of some kind.
They are sort of teddy bears. They're
Yeah.
also based, I think, loosely on molecular structures.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's Russian artist Anna Gusakova, who just immigrated a couple of years ago, and she makes these amazing porcelain sculptures that are based on all sorts of things from nature, and then she introduces these playful elements. She's tailored these little suits from fun fur to put onto these porcelain shapes, and I think they're just great.
Really interesting looking. The other item next to it, you said I could handle it, but you know,
Yes.
I'm not going to because it's made of glass and I'll drop it.
Yes,
So.
and it's a ray gun, so it could be dangerous.
It could be dangerous. I love it. It's in a holder. It's a ray gun. I don't think you get a good shot
Blown
of that.
glass.
Yeah, exactly.
He's very well known for these. He has quite a few collectors who come back year after year and buy these things.
So it's a way for a lot of these artists, obviously, to showcase what they're doing.
It is, and because they're opening their studio and engaging with the public, it gives people a chance to find out how they make their work, what inspires them, and they also get feedback from the public to see what people are interested in, what they like, what they don't like, and it kind of gives people that unique opportunity to go into an artist studio, which, if you've never been, is the most magical place in the world. You never get to go there.
Well, you don't. You don't even know half of them exist, probably. I would imagine, too, for a lot of people, particularly young people, if you're interested in art, it might really help you decide what it is you want to do or what grabs your attention.
It does. There is a huge educational component because obviously people go in, they're curious, and most artists are very open to answering whatever questions you might have. And of course, they're selling work.
And they're selling work as well,
Yes,
and that's part of it. So how do you find out about it and decide where you want to go and where you want to start or anything like that?
You should check out our website, eastsideculturecrawl.com, and there you can click on a map, you can download a map, and just pick a venue and go there, at which point you can pick up a program guide, which has a map in it, and then just start walking. It's unticketed, it's a free event, they're all open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the 26th, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the Saturday, Sunday.
And be able to walk around and walk in and have a look and see what people have.
And if you want to preview, we are having an event tomorrow night at the Culch called the Echo Chamber, which is an evening of music. There's indie rock, there's Celtic punk, and it's a preview show. There's a lot of work there in the lobby of the Culch that kind of gives you an idea as to some of the things that you might see.
This is something, as we say, been around for 14 years. It's become bigger. Do you ever think you're going to expand it even more? Are you getting more artists every year for this?
Every year, yes. Right now, I think as of this morning, there's about 391 artists registered, and there's a new person or two every day. So, and this is up now 50 artists from last year. So
obviously,
it's continuously growing.
Continuously growing.
Yes.
A good thing to do. And hopefully it will not be that cold on the weekend for you.
Yes, dress warmly and wear comfortable shoes.
Exactly. Do a lot of and bring your bags with you if you buy things.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Although you can always organize delivery as well.
Excellent. Good to know. Well, thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate you coming in and talking about it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. We're going to go now.